So you may have noticed everything seems to be going automatic these days. I mean, accessible from a touchscreen and motion sensors. I mean, just imagine living under a rock like I do often, hence the beard. And then you see a Coke freestyle machine for the first time, and you're like, oh, the future's here. Well, technically, they've been around for 15 plus years, but yeah, I mean, you can add flavor to your drinks. Now, sure, it's a touch screen, but a lot of people don't know that because they've seen a version of the future, and they treat the machine like it's an Alexa or something. Sorry for activating your smart devices. Sorry about that. But they think they have to talk to it. Like, machine, I would like a root beer. Machine, root beer. And then your nephew has to help you out. It's like this. I wish I was your age and good at technology. I mean, if you needed a VCR setup, I'm your guy. But, man, these doohickeys are just ridiculous. Apparently this guy's a time traveler from the 1990s. Who knew? Right, so, next, hate to be lowbrow here, but, public bathrooms, restrooms. Call it what you want. Public restrooms, right? Mostly automatic. I mean, some might say it activates and then turns off a little too soon, but, why are you gatekeeping your water and soap? I mean, I feel like I have to keep turning it back on, and I turn it back on so much I feel like I'm wasting. I mean, you get it. After you wash your hands, one paper towel isn't gonna dry these hands. You gotta go like the Energizer Bunny and keep going, right? I'm not alone here. And yeah, we do have hand dryers, but it depends on the one you're using. I mean, you either got the ones where you risk breaking your wrists because how hard it blows. Right? And then you have the ones that are so weak it feels like it's just breathing on you. Right? I mean, often it's as if it has asthma. Okay, I'll just go about my day there. Bottom line, everything becoming user-friendly and automatic. I mean, we should appreciate it because, as a lot of us remember, there was a time before where everything was by hand and manual. I mean, push this, pull that, crank that, Soldier Boy, it was a different time. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Rob Rodriguez. Now, it's the first show of 2024, and fingers crossed, it's off to a good start, right? I mean, Joe Coy hosts the Golden Globes and bombs.
Some I wrote, some other people wrote. Robert De Niro's here. Yo, I got the gig 10 days ago. You want a perfect monologue? Yo, shut up. You're kidding me, right?
I'm Just Ken wins Best Song at the same ceremony. Congratulations, Ryan Gosling and the Barbie movie. Cat Williams is exposing Hollywood. Larry David throttles Elmo on live TV. And more people tuned into this Taylor Swift concert than the moon landing, right? Good for Taylor, good for the Swifties, right? Wait, what's that? It was the Super Bowl. Chiefs won. So, after all of that, you know, you could still say Taylor won this, you know? And from what I heard, the number 13 was involved. And Usher was there, so I think that pretty much makes us... Yeah. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah. This is the 200th episode of the Rob Rodriguez Show. So, yeah, it's a milestone. A milestone that took us a while to reach. Actually, let's do the math here, okay? So it took a year and 3 months to hit 50 episodes. That was in 2015. After that, in 2017, it took us a year and 5 weeks to hit 100 episodes. Can you guess how long it took us to reach this milestone? Take a guess. Actually, you know, I'll just flash it on screen. Yeah. I've become busier over the years, okay? But so you know how it is. I mean, it feels like our memory only serves us when it's convenient for it, right? I mean, you're just trying to log into an old account, and then you just can't think of the password. It's like, come on, brain, work. I'm so sorry, I can't recall this password, but you know what I do remember? I remember your best friend from preschool's name. His name was Michael. Yeah, okay, not that. I know it's not Michael. I remember your class pet from 3rd grade's name. It was an adorable bearded dragon named Lionel. Okay. I appreciate this walk down memory lane, but when is any of this going to come up in a real world situation? You never know. So, you know, we can remember something in great detail or with several pieces missing of the puzzle, right? I mean, for a lot of us, we acknowledge that something happened, but we don't recall it. But one thing is for sure, darn it, it was a magical night. As far as I know, which is not much. I mean, take this for example. It's human nature to become preoccupied with this little thing called life. You know. I mean, you wake up, you go to work, go to school, go home, run errands, watch TV, watch podcast clips on YouTube because you need a visual while you're listening to somebody's voice, I guess. You know, and then you call it a day, maybe play some Fortnite, right? That covers all my bases. If I forgot anything, I'm just going to flash it on screen here. Sure, we do that a lot, but pretty much it's become synonymous with the show. You're gonna hear that ding noise somewhere in the show. Yeah. So, you know, basically you're on autopilot until suddenly you remember there are favors you agreed to do, you know, missed calls and text messages, dishes to wash, kids to pick up from school, dogs to walk, plants to water. You know, you didn't do none of that because you're on autopilot. And, you know, like we said earlier, our memory will only serve us when it's convenient for them. Oh, by the way, your boss told you to ask you if you wanted to come in on your day off. I could have used the hours. how come this is the first I'm hearing of this? It's not. Check your phone, and it was yeah, you were there. Can't talk today. Holy smokes. I guess AJR and BB Rexa are right about the whole being a mess thing. That's right. It's my turn to fill the gas tank. You know, and sometimes it's not about forgetfulness or being momentarily confused. It's miscommunication. Like, everybody does this. You know, they're in a group setting or catching up with somebody at the supermarket, what have you. Somebody always says, we should totally hang out sometime. I know a place. Yeah, we should. You know, I mean, I work, but I can check my schedule, and you know, we should totally hang out. Nothing ever comes of it, right? You know, you both go your separate ways. You move on. Life goes on, right? But what if you're somebody who takes it literal, and you know, one night you take a break from just sitting in your dark bedroom staring at the ceiling fan? You shoot them a message like, hey, where am we gonna hang out? Question mark. Keyboard smash. Millennial Zoom. No, you don't. You shoot them a message. And then moments after you send it, they have their notifications silenced. It's ironic that they silence their notification as soon as it's delivered, isn't it? Okay, I'll be here, waiting for your response. It's not like I have anything else going on. And you know, mornings are a rush as it is. I mean, you get up and you make your coffee, you're heading out the door, and you ask yourself, wait, am I forgetting anything? Okay, let's see, phone, wallet, keys. Okay, I'm good. So then you get in your car, and you know, all is well, right? Until you're at the stoplight, and then you realize, I can't see anything through the driver's side window. Yeah. You left your coffee on the roof of the car again, so I mean, yeah, that's wasted time because you spent all that time making it. But the one thing that concerns me is like, is the cup okay? I mean, the cup's somewhere. I'm sure. I hope it was one of those Stanleys because those were built to last. Not a sponsor. Well, we have a lot of show to fill, so that being said, I'm gonna need a minute. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you did not understand that transition card. So, yeah, no worries. I brought some visuals. Good times, good times. Well, anyway, something we have to acknowledge here is, as you get to know me, after a conversation or two, you ask yourself, what is wrong with this guy? I mean, is this guy real? Okay, that's just part of it, but a lot of people cannot tell if I'm being serious or not. And you know, I can't deny that I come off as sarcastic even when I don't mean to be. It kind of reminds me of when we had that one substitute teacher in high school that was known for wearing fun ties. Like, oh, this guy has Woody and Buzz on his tie. I think it's going to be a great hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, you know, last time he wore cartoon rulers and pencils. We watched Charlotte's Web that day. But this might sound like I'm making it up, but Taco Bell now offers a monthly subscription where you get a free taco every day for a month. Now, how does that work? Do you have to pick it up at a Taco Bell location every day? Does someone deliver it to you? Do they have a paper boy who does a taco route and they just chuck it through a window or your newly painted front porch? I mean, I need more details. My cadence. Now, and listen, I also know that I'm not wearing green, and it's for quite obvious reasons, as you can see. And to make up for it, I'm going to take this Rainbow Dash pinata and give it a kiss on the forehead. That didn't make me feel like a weenie at all. 200 episodes, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe we got this far either. Did that come off sarcastic? I don't know. It's time for that weekly list known as the possibility list. It's kind of like when a baseball player makes plans. You know, they gotta make sure they cover all their bases. Alright, this week's list is titled 5 Valid Reasons to Still Use Wired Earphones. Alright, again, the possibility list is a made-up list that just lampoons and satirizes different things, written by yours truly. So no offense to anyone that may be affected by these list items. Okay, without further ado, number 5, they don't have to be charged. Number 4, you don't look like a tool. Okay. I'm sorry, but, you know, again, no offense. Number 3, you can keep track of the left and the right one. Number 2, at least they don't remind people of the Bluetooth earpiece. Okay, that one kind of coexists with number 4. Again, this is not about you. So, again, apologies. And no hate toward AirPod users. Okay. And number 1, 5 valid reasons to still use wired earphones. Nostalgia. Alright, and that is the possibility list for you this week. Alright, next on the show. So, something about New Year's resolutions is, you know, we make them, and barely into January, they're suddenly broken, like, maybe next year, you know? For 14 years, I would make the same resolution for myself, and, you know, after 8 years straight of it not happening, the next 6, we kind of just put it down as a joke, you know, just a placeholder. That resolution was finding a girlfriend, those who asked. Well, 2024, yep. Yeah, we met at Coca-Cola, my now former employer. Really so soon? It's like the last video you talked about working there, and now you're giving us this bombshell. Yeah. Well, that is the show for you this week. You know to follow me on social media. Until next time. The other day my wallet went missing, and I was, you know, checking between car seats, checking under the dresser, the refrigerator, because you never know. The last place I think to check is the lost and found at Subway. Why wasn't that my first phone call? Very well. Well, that is my time. Thank you.